A level 2 Tigress. Obviously going to be probably, if I'm guessing, is going to be an aggressive Tigress deck. I'm going to keep all 3 of those cards. I built this Crane deck to be reactive, to be a counterattack style. So as I'm assuming that this Tigress is going to be aggressive, I'm going to keep cards that allow me to counterattack. I kept that Shield Smash just in case it's one of those rare variants of Tigress decks that run big taunters and then use the special to finish off. I have that card in there. This card right here, I saw an opponent of mine use it very effectively in a Mantis deck. I don't think I put it on stream. So a lot of little minions, and then played it incorrectly. But I saw what he should have done, tried to do, and that is have minions on the board and play this also all in one turn, run it into a big group and do 2 damage buff each time. So obviously aggressive, like I was saying. I played the 2/2 card and now going face for 4, so pushing damage. Not unexpected in the least bit. We are going to play this card and not our Allergist first. We're not going to attack because we don't necessarily need to get in a race for DPS with Tigress, because it might take us a little bit to gain control of the board. And I promise you everything is going to go face. So they're not going to try to trade. She's just going to go right to push damage and win. So cheap shot. So pushing all the cards in, going all in. It's interesting. I mean, this happens to a lot of Tigress players. We are going to, let's see. I don't know that we need to stabilize the board quite yet. We are going to do something that looks a little silly. We are going to clear the board out. Now we're going low on health. She's pushing. Everything's good right here for her. So she's probably really excited at this point. Again, nothing unexpected at this point. Here's where we start to try to establish the board a little bit. And we are going to do 2 damage, pull back a little bit, and wait and see. And what happens with this card is as she attacks it, it gets stronger. Very, very basic, very basic Tigress deck, just going straight out. It's actually very similar to mine. Just going to attack you, attack you, attack you. We are going to push through with a little bit of... That's good. We are going to... We don't need this for multiples because they're not going to... Looks like they're not going to cast any multiples. They're just going to... She's just coming straight at it. So we are going to pull back just for a little bit longer and end our turn. Playing a little bit reactive to the aggression of this Tigress deck. And this is just going all in. I'm sure they're liking their position here. So we are going to, let's see, play this card, play this card. We are going to do this. And we need defense, obviously, because they are coming at us hard. And we are going Bring this down. Attack here. And see if we can slow down this onslaught a little bit. Thought process being anything they bring up. Oh, see, I made a mistake. I made a mistake and cost myself the game. All you gotta do is take the 2 to the face with Tigress and push through to 5 and win. So that was my mistake. Got too aggressive there and could have won had I made the right play and held back. Because I got to counter attack with the Kung Fu Kid. So in that case, I misplayed, had the winning play, and then messed up. It happens. It felt wrong when I did it. I should have saw that it was 2 health. That's the key to having 2 health. And that's also the power of Tigers. Tigers are very strong, very fast. Now you get a rematch. Good. And we are going to keep most of those. Excuse me, get rid of most of those. And this is very similar to my Tigress deck. Just goes right to face and attacks. And I've got to pay attention here. I've been coasting too long on winning. I have to pay attention. So that's what I told you. One little mistake at the end. Had I done the right play, he would have run into that 3-3, and he would have killed it, but it would have spawned another Vulture, which would have opened for the counterattack and the win. So we're going to push pressure here on this Tigress deck and be more careful. But this Crane deck can go toe to toe with Tigress deck, and go. You've seen it beat Shen decks. It can beat the top tier decks. I just need to play right. So we're gonna knock this guard out. Push through. And he had a great hand. I mean, he played it really well. I mean, everything, perfect hand, perfect curve, attack, attack, attack. And now we see a different version as he goes more defensive oriented. So we see that the last game was much more, he just got a really good hand. Was able to push through a tremendous amount of damage. And we are going to keep the pressure up here and go through his guard. And this is what this deck does, by the way, to Mantis decks as well. It puts a lot of pressure. I really think this is one of my best decks, just because it has a lot of different flexibility to it. Like right now, I have a Vulture that has great board presence. I have a nice bit of attack on the board. And let's see what he does here. I'm sure he's going to go face with this. I would have waited a little bit on that. Got a little more minions on the board. But he is definitely going for it. You got to give him that. That was a wasted play. He lost 3 attack there. So, alright. We are going to use Tempest. Take out his minions. We are going to play this trick for added defense against his aggression. Should he have a big creature, it'll put it back. In this case, we are going to attack because we have an advantage and we have burst on our side. So we are going to come back at him. Now let's see what he does here. See what happens. And I tell you this, he is very much of the go for it attitude. And we are very much of the 11 damage on board attitude. And that is a shame. So let us just go ahead and trade here, see what happens, what Condor we get. Nice. Get here. We are going to attack. We are going to attack. Pull back in defense, and we are going to end our turn, because even though we made a mistake last game being a little too aggressive, Tigress can explode with big attacks at any one time. And right there, playing defensive. So we got the Tigress deck on their heels, and it feels good, man. And now we do the burst damage with anyone we want. We'll just put it just for laughs on the Condor and fly over the defense for a win. And that's where Crane's most effective. So if I play it correct, I made a mistake and lost, and I'm internally beating myself up for that loss, this shows you what should have happened the first time. As the Crane deck wins. So we're going to hopefully quick match and get the another match with that gentleman, the Tigress deck, and see if we can have a default tiebreaker. I think we did. I think we're going to chance it. Here we go. The tiebreaker. So he doesn't have anything of 6 attack or more. He has everything small. The 4-cost elephant is anti-Tigress tech. Keep her in, show you how effective she can be, and confirm. Hopefully I get some low-cost minions. I got Tempest, which is also anti-Tigress tech in this deck. So I've got 2 anti-Tigress cards in the opening hand, which is good. You knew he was going to go face. If you didn't watch the previous 2 games. Oh, man. We are going to just attack and end our turn, because we're going to want to coin out Butterfingers next turn is the play we're going for. A turn Tigress doesn't attack, we'll look at that as a positive. And we will coin out Butterfingers. Now it is alarming that we don't have anything following this play. We're not going to attack. We don't have anything. We have spells. So that spell, that Tempest, we're going to save for their double Fennec Fox turn. Should there be one. And we are going to attack. We got kind of lucky there. Attack. We are going to play Encouraging Words. Basically makes him a 3/6 again, helps us draw a card. And there's my favorite card in the known universe, the Bunny Bowman. Things are looking pretty good. We have some chip damage, we have some pushback, we have some Tempest, we have a lot of Tigress clear should he go for a Gold Tooth Fennec Fox combo play. Or even a Kelp Catcher for that matter. So you run the Kelp Catcher into the Bunny Bowman and attempts to clear it. He plays him in defense here. That'd be nice. Perfect. Alright. We are going to not use Tempest here, though. We are going to use the power of the Bunny Bowman. And you see why I love this card so much. And we're going to hide the sheepish student behind him. Because then if they have to go through the Bunny Bowman, they'll take 2 damage, hopefully, from the sheepish student. Which was the combo I saw. And I put that in my deck. I tacked it in. So we shall see. That first game, I hadn't had my mind speeded up enough to get ready for this. Attacked. Okay, good play by his part there. I don't want to use. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take 4 to get that card out of there. So I want to get a little bit of control. Attack. Basically, it's a trade-off of 4, and it gives me a 4/5 in guard. 5/5 in guard. Now, he probably has KO. Alright, he's going to use his KO, which, you know, you expect. So I'm not... that card's not going to stay on the board. But it gives me a little bit of... see, that's perfect. This is exactly what we want. If we can take out all his minions here, that's perfect. That card did more than enough. And now we respond with what he did to us that one time. Double Coltus. And we start pushing a little bit of damage. because we're ahead, and we wait and see. We have the Tempest if he plays multiple minions. We have this if he plays a big minion, another one if he plays big minion, and this one to dive bomb face and clear out a big card should put it in defense. So we're in a good position. I'm really glad we got a rematch here. You know, I'm really glad that happened the way it did. I'm imagining he's going to go face here, just based on what I played against him with. Okay, so he played it that way. That's good. He's learning from this game, so that's good. This is a good. He knows my deck now. I know his. There are no surprises. We are going to hold this back. We're going to attack, keep the pressure on a little bit, see what he brings out. Thought being, if he brings out a 5/6 and he attacks it, it'll kill the 5/6 because it'll blow up for 2. If he brings out something smaller and keeps it alive, I'll use flight and jump over it. Or if he does that, I guess it gets rid of it. But it'll do 2 to everybody, so it chips him down a little more. Very nice. And Tigress has some bursts, as you see. So we are going to, let's see. It's not going to hit. It's not going to hit that 4/1 because he's immune to range. What it does is puts some pressure on him to hopefully have to trade here. Because I don't think he's going to have a card, and I'm gambling here, that he needs to do basically has 6 damage on board. If he does, well, I miscalculated again. I'm playing very smart tonight. So he's got the win. All he needed was 5. So I just haven't played and I lost again because of misplay. For some reason, I forgot that I attacked him, which was the wrong play in that case. And cost myself. Well, in this case, I got really lucky, it looks like. I should have cost myself. Because if he had any card in his hand, he could have just gone and hit me with it. So, and right there, he misplayed because that card is in block, but my card has leap, so it just jumps over and I win. So, just I feel bad. That I misplayed that. 2 misplays should have cost me there as well. But a good win, and 2-1 against a very good Tigress deck. I'm glad you got to see a little high level. Crane versus Tigress. A lot of people ask me, "Oh, your Crane deck's doing good against Mantis and Poe and Shen, but what about a really good Tigress?" Well, there you go. You saw that Tiger deck was very, very, very aggressive, and we should have won all 3. I misplayed 2 of the games, but still won 2. So you get an idea of how good that Crane deck is, I hope. Let's see how many people we got. Have any questions in the stream here?